Hello everybody, welcome to Deluxe Collectibles, and today I'm going to be discussing LEGO Ninjago in 2023. Of course, recently we got some information from Matthew Ashton, who is the vice president of the LEGO design team, and he talked about working on stuff for Ninjago in 2023, along with a plethora of other themes as well. You probably would have seen a short video on my channel where I kind of discussed that briefly, but I hinted at wanting to sort of talk about Ninjago more specifically in its own video, because of course it's kind of the main theme that I have an interest in, and of course one of the main ones that I cover on the channel. So I thought I'd just kind of discuss some of my wild theories and speculation, because of course we don't have a lot to go off of, considering the fact that we haven't even gone into 2022 yet at this point. So there's quite a bit of a ways to go until we get to 2023, but of course I still thought it would be kind of fun to just talk about some things I'd like to see for the theme and the TV series as well. So let's just kind of discuss that. I'll start off with the TV series more specifically, because I think one of the main, most heavily discussed things about Ninjago is, of course, who is going to be the main focus ninja in Ninjago. And let's just assume that for 2022 we're going to either get a Kai or a Jay focus season. I think that's kind of the two main ones that we're kind of leaning towards. So let's consider all of the other ninja as well. We can kind of maybe safely assume that Nia is going to rejoin the team by 2023, whether it's in 2022 or maybe in 2023. I don't know if they would go an entire year without the character present in the series, but it definitely would be pretty interesting what effect that would have on the ninja team over, of course, this period of time. I know not the same period of time within the context of the show, but even just the specific year's time without the character, of course, for the Ninjago fan community. I'm kind of curious what effect that would have, and if they would try to replace that in some sort of way with another character. Of course, there's a lot of discussion around Skylar joining the ninja team, so I'm wondering if we could get a focus on another character like that. I mean, I feel like we never really think outside of the box of course, just having a specific ninja focus season, of course, on just one of the main ninja from the team, but maybe we could have a focus season on a completely different character. Now, I'm not sure how well that would go. I think that the safest bet would be to do something like that for Skylar, because of course, we know she's a really well-liked character in the community, and of course, she's a familiar face from the series as well, so it wouldn't be like a completely new character that you're introducing. But I think that could be kind of cool, honestly, to just sort of have a chapter of Ninjago kind of exploring her character and giving us more depth for her as well. So I would like to see something like that. Of course, for Ninjago format wise, I'm fine within 2023 if they continued with the 11-minute format. It kind of seems like they're going to continue with that into 2022, and I think it's been working really well for the show also, so I think that's totally fine. I really hope to see more reimagined shorts. Of course, this kind of goes for both 2022 and 2023. I think that those were just so fantastic this year, and I'd really love to see them kind of expand upon those, try out some different animation styles, follow up with some of the ones that they experimented with in this first set of shorts. So I think that would be kind of cool to see them experiment with as well. One thing that I've always wanted to see for Ninjago, now I don't ever want them to stretch themselves too thin. Of course, I always kind of want the main focus to be on the core Ninjago series, but I've always kind of wanted to see a spin-off of sorts, not even specifically that you would have to have sets based off of it, although I have a feeling that of course they would, considering the fact that it's a LEGO property. But I think it would be kind of cool to see a spin-off series, whether it's a really short one or whether it's just something a little longer. Doesn't have to be, of course, a long-running series where it's like a second Ninjago basically, but just something to expand upon some of the other characters, such as like the Upley. Of course, that was a very interesting group of characters that were introduced in Master of the Mountain. Even some of the other side characters as well, maybe have them kind of form a team together, work together in some sort of situation that has to bring those characters together, because I have a feeling with Ninjago, I kind of always feel like we introduce these great characters and then we don't get to see too much of them afterwards, of course, with some exceptions of certain characters, but I would love to see ones that we've seen more recently, such as Vanya, ones like that, who I think would be great to see them in their own sort of series as well, maybe just not on their own, but with some others as well. So I definitely think that could be really cool for the show. But then moving into the actual sets, of course, there isn't as much to say. I think it would be great to get another D2C set. Of course, I think we're kind of expecting one in 2022. I think a lot of people, of of course want it to be the Borg Tower, but I think maybe something in the future that could be cool, like I'm thinking like larger style buildings, of course, maybe like possibly Darius Dojo. I think that could kind of be a cool idea, just kind of throwing out random sort of iconic things from Ninjago. Maybe the museum, I think that could be really interesting to see. I think there's quite a few sort of iconic locations from the series that they could expand upon or just do sets for that they've never done before. So I think that could be really interesting to see them definitely do something like that to expand upon that line. And then of course I would love to see a minifigure series for Ninjago. I know a ton of people say it's not necessary, and I kind of agree with you a little bit. Of course Ninjago gets plenty of sets, and I think you can kind of spread new figures across those sets pretty well, but I think there's so many different designs and different appearances and stuff for characters that are already existing, and just other side characters that we've never seen in minifigure form before, that I think you kind of could do a series. So I think that would be kind of interesting as well. But I think that's basically everything I could say for the sets. Of course, you'll see the standard sets for the actual main seasons of the show, and then maybe for the spin-offs, I would love to see sets for the reimagined shorts. I think that would be so cool, of course, depending on if they continue with that, which I really hope they do. But yeah, that's basically all of my thoughts here. Let me know your thoughts and theories on Ninjago in 2023. Let me just know all of your overall theories about that, of future predictions of what you think could happen for the show and the theme as a whole. So let me know down below, and if you did enjoy the video, be sure to leave a like as well, and subscribe also if you like to stay up to date with my content. That would be highly appreciated. So thank you so much. I will see you all next time, and always remember, keep on collecting.